I believe that if you are, that you can draw energy from food. I'm not against food. I think food, nutritionists are awesome. And there was one point of time I was just eating green and vegetarian, and I was doing all that. But then suddenly I started reading the old scriptures, and I realized, my God, there are higher frequencies. Food itself is a vibration and a frequency.
Yes.
Okay. Food itself. So as much as food is a vibration and frequency, there is hope, love, joy, peace.
So you're saying you can live on these feelings?
It's thoughts. Have you heard of food for thought?
Yes.
Yes, that's it. There you got it.
Statement comes from that itself.
Yes.
All right.
One more question. I have one more question, because now I heard, Kirby, I'm sorry, but I really have to ask you this. I heard that you ran half a marathon.
Yes.
After being on the Brazilian diet for 2 months.
Yes, that's right. It was actually 3 months, and in 2 months of just water. Okay, this was just to prove, for normal, your vital organs to function, you need 2,000 calories a day. Then if you train for a marathon, you'll be busting another 2,000 calories. So you need to train for the marathon, right? So so there's this myth in with athletes that you need to carb stack. That means you have a lot of carbs, and carbs convert to sugar, and then you have energy. Right? So just to prove this wrong, I ate very minimal, about say 300 calories a day for about a month, and then just stuck to water, and then I trained.
How many liters of water a day?
Well, I 3, 4, 5 liters of water, especially when you're running, getting the water out of you, then you need to drink a lot to put it back in. So so I ran the half marathon just on living off vibrational frequencies, and I still live in that consciousness like that. And I actually taken 50, 80 people already in this year into a state of consciousness that they've cut down their food by 50 to 80%. So there are people out there who are watching me right now, and all around the world as well, who have transferred it too. So it is absolutely transferable. So it's actually not about me, it's about how it can bless humanity.
And Kirby, if they want to contact you, they can contact you on Facebook.
Absolutely, get to my Facebook page. I give information out free of charge, so people really understand what they're getting into. So it's all the information.
The Facebook address would be www.facebook.com/happybrazilian.kirby Am I right?
That's exactly right.
All right. So all of you who want to contact Kirby, please contact him on www.facebook.com/happybrazilian.kirby
That's right.
And I think Sam and I learned a lot today.
We did.
And I'm sure the audience did as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for making it to the studios today.
Absolute pleasure.
And thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Good vibes to everyone.
Welcome back to the show after the break. Hope you caught our previous edition as well, our previous segment, which we had absolute fun, right, Sam?
Yes, we did, and it was so amazing. We discussed Breatharianism with Kirby DeLandro. It was very interesting, and right now we have 2 very interesting guests as well, and we're going to move from alternative lifestyles to alternative ways of healing. A little bit of a tongue twister there.
But every story is very similar. It gives inspiration and gives a lot of an insight, I think, to life. Not just a way of life that we believe exists in the real world, but something else, which I find it personally really, really good.
Yes, and this our 2 guests that we have right now are pranic healers. They're from the Pranic Healer Foundation, and we have Mr. Deva Somasundaram and Mr. Saman Premalal, who are here with us today in the studio, and they're going to discuss pranic healing with us. So we're very excited to have you all in the morning. Thank you for joining us.
A very good morning, first of all, to you both.
Good morning. Yes, good morning, sir. So now we've been discussing alternative lifestyles and different ways of living and doing things. And we have, I think, a very obvious question. What exactly is pranic healing?
And your story behind it, to start with.
That's right.
Yeah, because you might have some story to start with. How did you get into this and what it is all about?
Oh, you are asking about personal, okay.
Yes.
I am, by profession, I am a chartered civil engineer.
Okay.
Fortunately for me, on my retirement, someone invited me and said, why don't you take this over?
Okay.
That is the Pranic Healing Foundation, to be introduced to Sri Lanka. That is pranic healing. Pranic healing is energy healing. Prana in Sanskrit word, prana is a Sanskrit word. It means energy. So they wanted to bring this to Sri Lanka.
All right.
And they said, now that you are retiring, why not you take this over and create a foundation and carry on.
So from civil engineering to pranic healing.
Yeah.
That's a big shift.
It is not a big shift because engineering is energy.
Okay.
Here also it's natural nature, natural energy. Pranic healing is using energy from nature.
Okay. How do you heal through using energy from nature?
Yes. There's energy all around us.
Yes.
The air.
We were just discussing this with the previous guest as well. Yes, there's energy everywhere.
Yeah.
And vibrations in here.
Vibrations in there. The sun, from the energy from the ground, energy from the trees.
Yes.
So pranic healing is nothing but tapping this energy.
Okay.
And utilizing it for for ourselves or for the other person.
So Mr. Deva, what do you exactly do by this healing method? Is it just for patients alone, or is it for the people as well who needs a different lifestyle, for example? Is it relaxing, or is it just for patients alone?
It is really you are already using energy for your well-being.
Okay.
And there are two main principles in this pranic healing.
Okay.
One is that we are using, so when you fall ill or something, or you don't feel okay, then what do people do? They run to a doctor or run for pills and so on.
That's true.
So whether you take medicine or whether you don't take medicine, is what you are healing. The body heals itself. There's a doctor. I would say there's a doctor inside your body. The body heals itself.
But then you need medicine to speed things up, right? Like when you have all these viral flus and all these other things that are going around, you need to go to the doctor and tell them that, and then they give you all kinds of medicine. And
what I'm telling you is, whatever medicine you take.
Okay.
Now, for example, you know very well. Suppose you get a cold. What do? Some people, what they do is they run to the bigger hospital and then run to the doctor and get some medicine.
Yes.
Right? There are some people who don't do anything. They just rest.
Yes.
But whether you take medicine or whether you rest, it takes 3 days for you to get over the cold.
Illness. Yes.
Suppose you have a fall and you hurt yourself. Whether you find some of these boys who run into a bicycle have hurt themselves, they won't tell their mom they have hurt themselves.
Yeah.
2 days later, the mom asks, what happened? Oh, I had this 2 days ago in the school. I was having drill or something. And it just, the body heals itself.
So how does pranic healing come onto this? How does it apply here?
Yes. That is, you're asking how we...
Yes. For example, you were talking about an injury, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't go to the doctor. How do you heal it? Based on what you were just talking about.
This pranic healing is an ancient system, which was held as a secret for the ordinary people.
Okay.
So there was a person called Master Chua Kok Sui. He's a scientist, chemical engineer. He studied all these methods that were practiced in India, in the Greeks, in Sri Lanka, and then he formulated the method by which, removing all the different cultures, religions out of it, he evolved a scientific system where you can use energy to heal any ailment. You can heal yourself, you can heal others, and the other thing is you can heal people at a distance. And all the...
What do you mean heal people at a distance?
That is now, for instance, now the Pranic Healing Foundation of Sri Lanka here, we are in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Now this morning, I was healing a patient in Canada.
Wow.
I was healing a patient in Australia, in Sydney. And also another patient who was here in Colombo in the hospital.
How is that possible, sir? How do you send the energy? How do you do that?
So I think it doesn't really need to touch the patient, but it's a mental state, is it?
Yeah, we don't touch the patient.
Yes. Okay.
We don't give any drugs to the patient.
Okay.
What we do is, you have heard of, now you are transmitting energy. It's reaching through the antenna through into each home.
Yes.
Similarly, we transmit the energy.
So you harness, you're like the antenna basically.
Yeah.